And we're live with the DCAA. You ready for this episode, Shane?
Yes, I am.
Now it's gonna be like last stream, where there was just a crap ton of upsets and the SEC just faltering, essentially.
Yeah, the SEC was kind of in a bad way last stream.
It was very. ACC was too. Let's not forget about the ACC. And there's a notification from Diabolist.
Who's gonna be the first one here?
Let me turn myself down so I don't hear.
Oh my God, heels first. I don't
Oh
know
my
if that's,
god,
I don't know if
the
that's
first time
happened before, or
I don't
if
think
it
so.
has happened, it's been a while. I haven't been streaming on Heel's schedule.
There's no such thing as a heel schedule at this point. He works 12 to 12. He works 24 hours at this point. That's what his schedule sounds like to me.
Oh my God, can Neil Mason in a stream? What's good, Neil? I haven't seen you in a bit.
Alright, the at has been.
Didn't you say you were still on the off season? So you're like a month behind. You haven't seen any off season stuff? Oh, you're just.
What's the catch up? What really happened all season? Not many customs. Really transfer like big time. Well, Cole Ogden did.
Yeah.
He left Campbell to go to Ohio State. That was the biggest one. Santa Clara is kind of cooked. Sam tried to save y'all. He got y'all guys a top-rated freshman, like at what, 86 overall?
Yes.
Out of Rough and Ready, California.
Yes,
Neil. That place. I don't know if you know it.
Wherever that is.
But it's not, wherever that is. And yeah, pretty much that's it. Lucas won the Carnival game, and guess one player going to Tennessee, so he got an S tier. Well, y'all guys just lose games. Essentially, y'all just lose.
A lot of people, a lot of people are thinking Roy Williams ain't him. He's not the guy. There's doubt beginning to creep in.
Instead of me just saying it now, the entire DCAC viewers, you see, Neil, I started using your quote. When a big team gets upset, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna quote Neil Mason. It's early in the season. Teams still have to get adjusted with each other. Work out.
Oh yeah, that one. Tyrese Holloway left Santa Clara for Dayton. Yep, I forgot about that one.
All right, we
Don't
got enough.
Tell him,
we can watch.
Neil, I didn't do it. Yeah, I can't control these transfers, so players are gonna do what they do. But anyways,
Oklahoma.
Here is our top 25 from last time, where we ended off.
North Carolina took a huge upset for UNC fans.
I'll just let Neil drink this in.
After. Ooh, we gotta drink it. Yeah, Oklahoma. Who would have thought? I wouldn't necessarily care. I would say he's the second best player.
I still think Greg Abraham's like the guy on that team. But Malachi's I was gonna say, I think
Malachi's number 2, but Greg Abraham just stuffs up the entire stat sheet. That is Joni's fault. That Duke is a shithole.
Duke is actually terrible. They're so bad.
Duke, UNC, the Blue Bloods are dying, and it's because of y'all.
UNC would be better with Roy. I don't know about that. I think they'd be in a similar spot Duke is, just not very good.
Hey,
if you want my opinion on it.
Give me my DCAC monies.
What is junior to Chicago State, my sources are saying.
All right, let's roll. What's the first upset we got here? Because we know Shane doesn't really show big games or big team taking care of business. No, he just
our first game
upset
of the show is an upset, but pretty big one. GCU, they're doing work this year. That's their second ranked win of the season. Both against
Kentucky
SEC teams. Beat Auburn
was bound to happen.
in their first game, and now Kentucky loses a close 1-1 on the road.
Austin Cooper with 14-4-2, Corey Harper with 11-7-4, and 8 stocks with 6 of them being blocks. That's a crazy stat line. Kendall Hathaway tried his best to will his team to victory with 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 blocks, but not enough for the Wildcats as the Antelopes get one over, top 6 ranked Kentucky.
This is the first dose of adversity for Kentucky this year. They got the new coach. Are they stronger this time? Because they canned Fran Dean and brought in Byron Larrier from San Diego State. Does this team start to collapse a bit, or do they find some fortitude and don't let this just completely derail their season like losing did last year? Because if you remember, they were I think 11-0 or something to start last year, and then they started losing games in conference play, and it just completely spiraled out of control from there. So that's what I'm looking for Kentucky. Maybe they're stronger this year, or maybe things haven't changed. We'll find out. Next game. Man, Washington just got in here. No. I'm sorry, Nick.
Shame.
Sam. No. Clemson comes into UW's house and gets a ranked win on the road. Mason Pinello with 18-7 and 4 steals. Anthony Cooper with 15 and 3. Josh McCarger was good, but they kept Alex Rua in check, and Owen Murray wasn't a huge factor in this game, so kind of a buzzkill for Washington season that's got off to a pretty good start. 7 straight wins to open the year. ACC lockers the Big Ten. No surprise here. Tough. Clemson improves to 5-3. Don't know if this really means anything for them. I didn't really have Clemson on my radar this season.
I thought I was supposed to be on a 26 streak, but I guess it didn't count from the last stream for some reason.
You still have your streak though, right?
Yeah, it's 25. But I was
doing
it last stream.
25 streams streak. I'd be thinking he don't be catching all these streams, but he's a real one. But yeah, good win for the Tigers. Maybe they'll beat Frisky in the ACC. I think this is a good Washington team they just beat. Next game. Oh, it just keeps getting worse for the Blue Devils, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's gone after this year. I'm sorry.
Savarino's done, bro. That dude
ACC is a gauntlet too.
Stick a fork in that
Seth
dude.
Farrell. Man, cue the tour dates. Cue the tour dates. He just had that.
I hope Neil's still watching. I want to hear his thoughts on this. God, Duke is so down bad. I remember in year 1 where they were actually good, and then year 2 they had the fall off, and I was like, then it's just not gotten better. Savarino's just not a great coach. That's what I'm gathering from this. Duke's roster is fine, but they're getting no boost from the coaching. Hollis Kennick, 14-5, 4 and 2 blocks. Chad Hutchinson had a stat-stuffing game, damn near a triple-double. 2 steals on top of that. Seth Farrell, I wanted to highlight him because he was. I mean, he had some action at the free throw line, but he's their center too, by the way. 1 for 11. Ugh.
Tour dates.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm just gonna move on from this. Good win for Florida. Just take their W.
Is it a good win for Florida? Yeah, take your W. I'm not gonna say it's a good win because it's Duke, but as you said, just take your W and just go with it. Run.
Next one, in-state rivalry. In Ohio, sees the Dayton
Dayton
Flyers.
kills Xavier.
Lyle Wilson,
LaMarcus
custom
Jones.
alert, also.
What a game. Hell, yeah, I didn't see a lot. I just saw the 7 for 7. Like, man, efficient, man.
LaMarcus was off the
And you get
bench
Lyle
too.
Wilson. Really? Man, look at that. 2 misses. Between their attempts, between 22 shot attempts. 2 misses, 2 for 22. That's just a crazy stat line. 50 points, too. I'm curious to see who
The
chipped in
freshman
for the last
Lyle
30.
Wilson.
Whose custom is he?
Pandas he submitted last year. Dude
Panda be cooking with,
fried
with his
Xavier.
customs.
James Lesso.
James Lesso with
He was at Utah last year,
826 and
transferred
3.
to Xavier. But he did not have a great game here. The 9 turnovers really makes it look worse.
Well, he almost had a double-double if you look at it in a different light.
But he was the guy that scored the most points for
Russell
Xavier.
Westbrook type of stats.
Pretty tough one for the Musketeers. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really see this one coming. Yeah, he submitted like 30.
Yeah, no, 31 actually.
It'll be beautiful.
31.
Don't worry.
And then when there's no DCAC for a long while, you know who to blame. No, hey, what happened to Gonzaga? I know they got a big win here. Don't get me wrong. I'm just seeing the record. Like, I'm not used to seeing them with 4 losses.
Their depth did concern me going into the season. I didn't think it'd be a huge problem, but I guess it is. But they get a big win here, where the bench actually did step up quite a bit.
Latrell Collins, 15, 5, and 3, 2 blocks, and it's highlight is the bench 27. That's just crucial in this day and time. Ryan Copto, 21 and 8. I don't want to say it's a bad loss to Syracuse. Gonzaga is Gonzaga.
They did kind of
back-to-back
get cooked,
Pac-12 champions. But
I would have expected more.
4 and 4, yeah. To the next one.
We got another one. Oh, Nick, I'm so sorry. I mean, this is your other team, though, so I don't know how you feel about this.
Well, he's invested a lot into Washington.
He did send a couple guys to Colorado as well, so I don't know how he feels about this.
He also dropped the bag.
Washington 7-0 start. They have now lost 2 in a row. Alex Rua, 10 points, 11 boards, but 6 turnovers is kind of rough. Not great. Rod Byram and Richard Williams led the way for the Buffs. 20 points for Byram. As they kind of handle Washington, this one wasn't really all that close. 17-point win for Colorado. Yeah, be careful what you wish for, y'all.
Shane will make for sure to highlight your team. Just not in the way you expect.
And it was a pretty light week. So we're at the end of
Stream over. No, I'm joking.
We got one more that's a bit more busy. Here's the top 25.
No, I'm just joking. What do y'all notice here? We see 2 teams jumping up. Kansas State, I'm happy about that. St. Mary's back up. UNC stays at 24. A&M stays at 22. Syracuse is the only one that's had a lot of movement, same with Kentucky. Big risers from what I've noticed. Georgia Tech going up 8. West Virginia, it's that time of year. Don't be surprised to see them in West Virginia because they're going to pull West Virginia. That's...
Honestly,
if I was the AD...
I don't really know what they were doing with that drop, but they're 7 now.
Actually, I think this might be the first time in the history of this channel when there are 9 teams undefeated at like 9-0, like through this amount of games, almost 10 games. Look at that. It's just a beautiful record. It's beautiful.
How do you feel about Houston being 9-0?
Shamir Styles died for this.
Montandon and Styles are both gone, and they look fine for now. Ohio State. I had a feeling, man.
How you feel about Michigan State, the 3?
They're a good team. They did bring in some pretty impact freshmen. The Big Ten's going to be really tough this year. I still think Michigan is going to have something to say about it. But them, MSU, and Ohio State, probably. I mean, Maryland's up there too. Illinois is usually good. That's gonna be a tough conference. All right, we ready? Are we ready for the next week that has
Yes, sir.
a good bit more games? All right, we're gonna start off with a Big West showdown.
Ooh, this was a big game and lived up to the hype. UC Irvine, the Anteaters won by 4 over the Mustangs. Darwin Sudar. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Man, you could hear the Southern accent to Texas with like just emphasizing that R. But he dropped 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Dustin Edwards with a double-double. Great as well, almost dropping 20 points. 3 assists going along with that and 3 steals. Jazier?
Jazier.
Jazier. I don't know why I cannot pronounce that R. Marshall dropped 16.6 and 6 and 2 blocks, but just not enough for Cal Poly to get the win. I expect the next matchup in the coming months to be lived up as potential.
It was a pretty big game. Cal Poly came in undefeated. UC Irvine though welcomed them. Said not so fast, young buck. You gotta earn your way. We can't just have these worst to first stories. We got a real coach now after we fired that bum and after year 1.
Are we sure that's a black? Are you just assuming that's a black man? That could be a Hispanic man. They are known for that.
Pretty sure.
Sam's just racially profiling. Sam's just racially profiling people now.
Wow, Cal Poly's been a nice surprise. Hopefully this isn't like the beginning of the end for them. They did play hard though. UC Irvine's a good team, obviously. Look at their record. But yeah, next game, the game that was being discussed, and Wisconsin, they got contributions from one of their young guards, Jackson Kirilak, had a big 22-point game. His first big game, as far as I know. Elias Kohler, also back from injury. He is pitching with 15, 4, and 3.
When this pops Wisconsin back into the top 25.
Possibly. I think they got to win a few more though. St. Mary's, I don't know. The energy just doesn't seem to be the same this year. Julian Butler's been productive, but I don't know. Maybe it's Alex Flanders has been the disappointing party. I like that transfer more than this one. I think they'll still be fine, but don't look like the title game team that we had last year in St. Mary's. At least not right now. Sam's just arguing with Braden about semantics in the chat. How we feel about this one, Braden? How you feel about Wisconsin? Are they saved? Or is this just a mirage? Damn, he's gone. Anyways, next game. I don't feel like waiting.
No, back in time. My bad.
We had a
Baylor,
a Texas battle.
Oh, Big 12. Oh, I miss you so much.
Baylor goes into College Station, gets a win over the 22nd ranked Aggies. Charles Whitney had 17 points. Will Shuping had 15, 9, and 2 steals. Bryce Spriggs was good for the Aggies, 16, 4, 5, and 4 stocks. But Baylor gets a 7-point win on the road. Definitely a team that's proved me wrong a bit. I didn't really peg Baylor as a team that was going to be 9-1 at this point in the season, but here they are. Starting to think Texas A&M might be a little fake. I was buying into them this year, but not so sure anymore. They haven't really won any big games this year. Next game. Oh, I know Neil needs this. Sam needed this. It comes at the expense of Corey, unfortunately.
Process.
I don't know if... there's Neil. Much needed win on the road.
It's because Neil's here for a stream. That's why. When Neil doesn't appear on the stream, Santa Clara is down. But the second he arrives, they win. I don't know. 5-5 is a demise. You know, it's not like SMU.
Their
is a
schedule
top
hasn't
25
been
team.
easy, to be fair. At least I wouldn't call it easy.
That's the one from Rough and Ready, California.
Yeah, he's the 86 overall or whatever.
Spent for you. Yeah, Sam dropped the bag for you, Neil. So
The hired gun.
if y'all fuck up this year with that, it's Roy's head. He got himself the top recruit from middle of nowhere, California.
Garrett Gomez had 19 and 4. Roger Wilson
Give me
with
that
20 and 7.
Rough and I still can't believe
Rough
that's the
and
right
Ready.
place.
Brain's just gonna say rough and ready. He's just gonna see that place in his nightmares.
I do it every time the stream just to mention that. But my place, Oak Cliff, isn't in the game. But Rough and Ready, if a population like 10 people's in, like
I gotta get caught up on uploading the VODs.
I'm not a hater.
that
I just don't
stream.
think Rough and Ready is a real place. All right.
I mean, it was in the
There's
game. I
bigger
could make that a
things.
location, so it is real. Next game. This one was highly billed, but
Demise.
yeah,
It's a demise.
This one was a beat down. Georgia Tech was not ready
I got a
for the
question.
smoke.
When are we gonna start? Do we believe Arkansas has national championship aspirations? Like, do we believe that they are contenders?
I think
Because
they
this is a
are.
big win.
They kept like basically everyone they had last year. So I don't see any reason why they wouldn't have those type of expectations. They were 1 seed last year. They still got Zay Rushton. They still got Garrett Kolensky, I believe. The Arkansas Bulldogs. Yeah, nice. I just noticed that typo. I didn't change the team name. Yeah, that's a dog, clearly. I thought I was past this. It was such a beatdown. I didn't even bother to change the name. It's too embarrassing for Georgia Tech. Jalen McCart had 16, 4 and 4 stocks. Really balanced game by Arkansas. I could have highlighted a number of players for them. Gio Carlini, 15 and 5. Shaquille Sturgis was good for the Jackets, but no one else really. I don't even know if a better game from them would have meant much. They lost by 34 points. Good win for the Arkansas Bulldogs. Wow. Next game. Dang, Syracuse.
Actually, I'm happy about this because I was a big fan of UNLV going to the tournament last year, so
Big road win for them.
it is huge. But how do you feel about Kenny Ward? That is your boy.
I've noticed he hasn't been scoring like he was going off in some games last year. He's been much more like stuff the stat sheet guy, from what I've noticed. I feel like he'd be more valuable as the offensive flamethrower that he was last year. Yeah, Carson Liberty's that dude's a gamer. 18, 4 and 3. Bro's a winner. That's all I can say about him. Buddy Stack pitched in 15 points, 5 assists. Syracuse on the downturn? Maybe. That's two losses in their last 3 games right now. Gotta start playing a little better. Next game. Highly anticipated. And MSU, they can't get a win on the road at UNC. The Tar Heels finally won a big game. I don't know if I've ever seen this.
Actually, I don't think Hill has either. Actually, I don't even remember my own Sims with Oakland on my, because Tar Heels are always the ones always touted having best roster, and they just lose first round.
Ramsey Pettit, 26, 3 and 3 steals. Gerald Bass had a double-double.
And then Norman Turner, nothing you could do.
He's one of the prize freshmen for the Spartans. He had a good game, but UNC wasn't really in
UNC's
much
demise
danger.
was greatly exaggerated.
I don't know. I was kind of shocked at when they lost to Charleston Southern. I was like, no way. This team's actually good this year. Like the roster's not bad. Are they actually still gonna be? And they have a good coach too. I want to see them like actually do well this year. It'd be a damn shame. This team went like 20-10 or something. Like what? No, I mean they were rated as one of the highest overall rosters. James Mack is better than Roy ratings wise. That's like objective. If he couldn't get this team to win a lot of games, man, I think the program's just cursed at that point. Anyways, next game. Look at this, Braden. Look at it.
This was a big game left on the schedule.
Look at it.
Isaiah with 6 blocks. He's done miracles on me. Lord, he's done miracles on me.
You see the record?
10-0, baby. And this is supposed to be the toughest game left. Dearest Hampton, you've done miracles on me too.
To be honest, Neil does have a point. You guys have been playing kind of bums, honestly. George Washington's like literally the best team you've played.
I literally said that. You think I give a fuck? No, we're 10-0. I don't give a fuck.
After the first 2 years, we're on some Greg Campy shit.
Yeah. All the NIL money from the past 2 years went to getting these freshmen this year.
How you feel
We would run Santa Clara off the floor right now. Lace them up. We will run them off the court right now.
How you feel about De'Aaron Hampton?
Good.
How you feel about Isaiah's play this year?
Ben Simmons. That actually wants it.
What'd you think about Marshall Plotz's performance for GW?
He tried. 21-7.
Got beat down by 27 points. You hate to see it.
Shakur came back this year.
Natty. If Shakur came back, natty. Anyways, next game. Oh, we're getting into conference play now. And look at Clemson. Okay. Should we take them serious? Good win for them against Pitt. Gave them their first loss of the season by 2 at home.
Josh Morales, 14-6. He's no Miles Morales, but he did put up a great performance today.
Mason Pinella with 10, and 2 steals. Just a simple double-double.
To talk about the Shakur theory, Shane Light, his father had them playing like 3 top 25 teams a season, non-conference, surrounded with bums.
Jalen Thomas had 17, 4, and 8 assists. Pitt, though, that's their first loss of the year. I wonder if do they have what it takes to recapture what they were in year 1? Because they were like a 2 seed that year. I'd say probably not. I was a big Preston Burrows guy, and he left and they weren't really that good last year. And they still don't have him because he graduated. Maybe Clemson's a team to watch. Next game. Oh my God, West Virginia usually waits a little longer to start doing this.
But this helps my Kansas State stocks. Mustafa Lopez, 22, 5, and 3. That's a hell of a name, Mustafa.
Juan Ojeda, 15 and 4. Teddy Lacey was all over the place for the Mountaineers, but he also had 6 turnovers, which wasn't great. West Virginia, I don't know. This game loves them some West Virginia, but I just don't really think they're that good. Like they're okay, they're fine. But this game always jumps the gun, pushing them up the rankings. I don't know why. Next game, I wanted to spotlight some shitters. Both these teams were winless going into this game, and it was a great game too.
I've never seen this in my life. You just highlighting this type of stuff.
Give me some analysis, Braden.
Someone had to win. That's all I can say. Someone had to win. Someone had to lose. If you could draw on basketball, these teams probably would have drawn.
Jobber off, but the fans were entertained. That is true. This was a good game. I mean, Southern Miss is probably just like Southern Miss fans probably just end it now. Fold the program. Sam Lewis, 17 points, made 4 threes. Tien Dethamasis, 15 and 3. Braulio Lotan. Names that you're never going to hear after this, I'll be honest. If you hear any of these names again, God help your soul. Anyways, this is a big game, in-state rivalry in the SEC.
Yes.
Vandy pulls it out over Tennessee.
Tez Moore. You know how you were with like Kenny Ward last year? I have a bunch of Tez Moore stocks this season.
You like you some Tez Moore?
I do. I like me some Commodores.
Get a big win. That'll help them in the polls. Tennessee moved all the way up to number 6, and they finally take their first L. Patrick Payton played well, but they come up just short against their rivals in Nashville. Then we got, I think this is our last game, but this is our last one. This is another one in the SEC. Will Harrison led the way for the Gators I feel the Gators have been kind of shaky so far, but they've been winning. I don't know whether to be concerned or like be like, oh, they're just winning these tough games. I don't know. They had that loss to Long Island randomly in there, but now that they're in the conference, they seem to be doing okay. I did notice that Chad Hutchinson did sustain an injury. I did not look to see how long it was going to last, but he was not in this game. But they won it anyway. Imagine if Sanderson didn't play 10 minutes a game. I don't even know how many minutes he gets, but it's not many. Whoever Alabama's coach is they talked some sense into him. He got the call. You can't play this kid. Zavarius Vidichenko, he's one of Reform's customs from March Madness Legacy. He's been good for the Gators. 7 stocks for him this game. And I believe that is that's our last game. Top 25 time. Look at this. Got some interesting movement here. Look at who's at number 2. Man, and Brain's not even here to react. Damn.
I am seeing that. I was waiting for you to discuss some of it before me.
Oh. You're giving me radio silence, but yeah. Michigan's back in the top 10. Kentucky moves back into the top 10. Illinois moves up a bunch. Vanderbilt moves up. Tennessee and Michigan State drop quite a bit. West Virginia, Georgia Tech. Alabama barely holding on to a spot in the top 25. Cincinnati.
Hall's new. Oregon State.
Oregon State's a fun team. I'm glad they're in here.
Maryland shoots up.
Seton Hall representing the Big East. How we feel about Maryland at 2?
I like it. What did they do to jump up 6 spots?
How we feel about Houston being top 5? I feel like most people just kind of assumed they'd kind of just fall off this year.
No Styles to carry the lead, but they're back.
How you feel about Kansas State?
The Ewing theory with him. I'm happy. I told you the teams I had stocks in this year was Kansas State and Vanderbilt.
I wouldn't be.
I know your stocks was Texas A&M.
Yeah.
And Ohio State. Ohio State was your big cash, and
Who else was I like bullish on? Tennessee, absolutely, I was. I did not see Georgia Tech coming.
You can't call Oklahoma this year. You kind of cashed it in last year, so you're proven right about them.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really see Oregon State being like. I think they have one of the best offenses in the nation. I didn't see them being that. I liked North Carolina this year, so I like to see that they're fighting back. They're number 20 still. They have 2 losses already, but maybe they'll be okay. I don't think Duke's gonna be fine. They look like they're just cooked. Yeah, Samir's gone. Honestly, I'm still bullish on like Oklahoma being like a Final Four team this year. I don't know if Maryland's legit or not. Their roster seems okay, but it's been basically the same the past 2 years, and they kind of get into the Big Ten, and they don't really have what it takes to hang. But yeah, that's it for the stream today. It was a pretty quick one. I think the next one will also be pretty quick, but we'll go over standings again after that one. So, gonna get to the end of 2028. Halfway point of the season. Very exciting times. Yeah, only 37 minutes. But yeah, does anyone have any hot takes at this point in the season? Any team you're buying or selling? I'm curious. Honestly, I'm kind of buying Oregon State. They've
I
impressed
think
me.
so. Seeing Hall, I didn't expect them.
I'm not sure if I buy them fully, but I'm paying attention. They're off to a really good start this year. I'm still kind of hesitant on Florida. They're winning, but I don't know. I feel like we're gonna have another one of those. It's gonna be like last year, where they're gonna have a point in the season where they lose like 4 in a row or something. I can just smell it. Do we believe in Kentucky? Do we think Kentucky will be ranked at the end of the season?
Probably.
I'm going to say yes. I believe in their new coach more than I believed in Fran Dean, who's the coach at Villanova now. I think Michigan State will be fine. I don't think that loss is going to start anything for them. Arizona's so under the radar. I have not talked about them at all. They're just 11-0. Kansas also quietly 11-0. Don't have their star freshman anymore, but they still have a really, really good team. I don't know. My meter on Kansas State, I wouldn't be shocked if they kind of fall off, because the Big 12 is really difficult. If they can win a couple big games, that'll be big for them to stay ranked. West Virginia win was definitely a big one for them. Needed to get that one. I don't know if I trust Pitt. I feel like they might kind of struggle in ACC play. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to get out of here now. Probably sim the next bit. I'll see y'all in the next one.